Good evening, Star Wars fans, and what an exciting day we've had today. Star Wars Rebels is back, Season 4, Episodes 1 and 2. Heroes of Mandalore, Part 1 and 2. And did I like this premiere? Well, yes, I did to a point. Let's talk about first what I did like. The Mandalorians themselves and the lore of the Mandalorians. We discovered a lot about the clans in this episode. We talk a lot about what their armor means specifically to them. We learn a lot about Sabine's family in this one. We meet her dad and discover that her dad is sort of the inspiration for her artistic side, whereas her mother's more of the warrior side, and that combination by itself is how we get the character that is Sabine, and that was actually kind of a cool little side arc. I loved bringing back Bo-Katan. That was actually really meaningful, and as you progress through the episode, you see why she is such an important character. We got a little tease of what's been going on between both Kanan and Hera. And we sort of see that Ezra is grown up a little bit. There's no more Maul sort of in his head, and it's matured him a little bit. He seems a little calmer and a little more level-headed in this episode. That being said, let me go into a big sort of thing that I didn't love with this episode, and that is the structure of the story, really. This didn't feel like a premiere episode for me. It didn't feel like we were setting up for something to go through this whole season with. We only got about 30 seconds of Thrawn. We didn't get to see the new character Rook. We didn't see Zeb once. We only got about 30-ish seconds of Hera, as I said. So while I loved the Mandalorians and the lore of Mandalore and the whole story there, I felt like it could have been almost like a side episode. It didn't feel like what I wanted from a Rebels premiere. But I suppose that's my only complaint about it. It wasn't bad. It just didn't feel like it was a story being told in the right spot. Unless the reasoning for it is to explain Sabine leaving Mandalore behind, giving up the Darksaber to Bo-Katan, and all the Mandalorian clans that don't support the Empire finally coming together to sort of fight the Saxon clan and all the clans that supported Palpatine and the Empire. But that's sort of just my takeaway on it. I thought that, like I said, I just thought it didn't feel like it belonged. All the characters weren't there. But, it doesn't matter all necessarily what just I think. What did you all think? Are you impressed with what you saw with the premiere episode of Rebels? You can feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section, and you may subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. Yeah, that's pretty much my general thoughts on Rebels. I look forward to seeing how it progresses as we get closer to the events of Rogue One, because as we all know, some of the characters and ships from this series cross over. Until next time, cheers.